You don't have to look far to see the influence Catholicism has had on our state. As New Mexico's largest religion, its role in our arts, culture, and social identity cannot be understated.
Among the most world-renowned legends from New Mexico is that of the Loreto Chapel in Santa Fe.
It gives me great pleasure to be able to talk about this to anyone who comes to visit us.
As the story goes, the chapel, which was built in 1878, was in dire need of a staircase above the choir loft, sitting some 22 feet above the ground floor. After 9 days of prayer by the sisters of the chapel, a mysterious carpenter showed up looking for work. Months later, a grand spiral staircase was built, and its carpenter had disappeared, without thanks or pay. Legend has it, it was the patron saint of carpentry, Joseph himself, that answered the sisters' prayers.
I believe that it was definitely a work of divine providence. In some way or another, I'm sure St. Joseph was involved. And as far as the details, I'll find out on the other side.
75% of adults in New Mexico identify as Christian, and of those New Mexicans, 32% are Catholic.
The religion's iconography, parables, and traditions are deeply ingrained in our state's identity.
Take, for example, the thousands of faithful that line the streets of New Mexico during Holy Week. Some 30,000 people from all over the world participate in the pilgrimage to El Santuario de Chimayo, which itself is reported to have miraculous healing powers. Then there are the thousands that flock south of Albuquerque to Tomé Hill. In the early 19th century, Los Hermanos Penitentes and the residents of Tomé began a tradition of reenacting Christ's Passion by carrying a cross to the top of the hill and erecting it at the summit. Generations later, the practice is still popular.
I think when I had my own children, that is when it really clicked for me. The importance of the continuity of tradition, and part of that was the faith in our family.
Sean Wells is a fifth-generation Spanish colonial artist who is carrying on the artistic tradition of Catholicism by painting retablos, artwork done on wood featuring the saints.
People use the finished art as a commodity of love and respect. And I don't think that happens in other art forms, but it has a different value when you put that imagery on it.
She believes that the retablos were a fundamental part of Spanish settlement in New Mexico during the 16th century.
They were in this desolate desert landscape, and they were in mortal danger, fighting, disease and death every day. Faith became central to them.
In an age of skepticism, where science and reason seek to put a rational explanation on the extraordinary, New Mexico remains a state of faith.
No explanation is necessary if you have faith. And if you don't have faith, maybe no explanation will do.